Hello my friends, Baltmatrix here, and today we are taking a look at Transformers Prime Wars Trilogy, Decepticon Blastoff. I picked this figure up over at RobotKingdom.com. It should be available at Big Bad Toy Store and the Chosen Prime in the next few weeks. First off, I want to talk about the box. This is a different box than what we've gotten before. We've never really had a box that opens up like this and yells at you in 3 different languages. In the box, we have Blastoff and Megatronus Prime Armor? No, not Prime Armor. Prime Master. Yeah. Back of the box has the bio, which is pretty much he likes to shoot Autobots. And Megatronus is a Dark Warrior. Then that's pretty much it for the box. Let's open them up! Right out of the box, the figure comes with a gun, his Combiner Wars component, badly mistransformed figure, and Megatronus. And directions. And the directions are a little bit different than what we normally have been getting. These are nice, glossy directions that you can easily tell the difference between the figure and the part that you're transforming. Go figure! The Megatronus Prime Master looks pretty good. Black, the weird see-through red, and the gray, or the almost Megatron gray, work well. I would have loved to have seen a little bit more paint in the face, but I'm not worried about that all that much. Transformation is typical, and oddly looks like a foot from a dinosaur. Weird. Now remember I said the Blastoff is mistransformed. In fact, he is. So, to start off with, open up the back, and then you want to accordion in or fold in the front of the Shuttle Mode into the backpack, which is a little bit harder than you might think, because every time I try to do that, I end up snapping it off its joint. And you can close it up and just kind of fold it up onto the back like that. And then the feet are mistransformed, so just accordion them forward, and you're done. And we have Blastoff in all of his G1-ish looking glory to transform the shuttle top that is admittedly a lot tighter than it should be. First, snap the cockpit up, and then push it forward to fold up into the back, like that. So we'll do that again. So, snap it up, and then push it forward. And that'll just make it a lot easier, and you'll have a lot less trouble snapping it off the little pegs here. I would give you guys a better 360-degree look on a turntable, but, a small child got a hold of the turntable this evening and kind of wrecked it. Anyway, so Blastoff looks really good. I love the paint. It's very, very G1 accurate. The purple is nice. The decals on the chest are very nice. And the head sculpt is quite good. However, I swore that Blastoff had a silver faceplate in his original G1 incarnation as opposed to an all-black face. And here we have the two different Blastoff next to each other. We've got the original Combiner Wars Blastoff next to the new Blastoff, and I have to say, this one from original Combiner Wars was fine, and unfortunately, I never picked up Unite Warriors Bruticus. I just never got around to it. I know that the Blastoff is the same mold as this new figure, but it is slightly more orange, oddly enough. Anyway, as you can see, the browns are very, very close. The original Combiner Wars figure is just a little bit lighter Pantone than the new figure, and what I mean by Pantone is coloring. Purple, the new figure is actually a little bit lighter than the old figure, quote-unquote. Both of these figures are fine, but I like the paint on the new one better. Plus, he's got glossy black paint. Head can look up that much? Uh-oh. Head can't look down at all, really. Shoulder is on a ball joint, so it has lots of movement. It can only move out about 90 degrees from the body. Upper arm swivel, well over 90-degree bend at the elbow. Fists are not articulated, but they are hollow, much like Rook from the Combiner Wars series, so you can attach guns to both the top and the front of his hands. He also has holes on his feet for weapons. The figure also possesses 2 holes in the chest for weapons. Needless to say, the level of ridiculous hilarity that is possible is wonderful. Eagle-eyed viewers may have noticed that the backs of his forearms can also hold weapons. Yes, it can. Yes, they can. So not only can he hold one weapon in his fist, one weapon in the front of the fist, He can also hold another weapon at the bottom of the forearm. And to finish up the posability, no torso articulation. Figure can kick forward that much. Figure can kick back that much. Can do the splits. Thigh rotation, 90-degree bend at the knee. Now, eagle-eyed viewers may have noticed a couple of other points that you can plug guns into. You can put it on the outside of the leg, in the toe, in the chest, in the hand, in the front of the fist, and then 2 slots at the back of the forearm. So, in total, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 different points on the robot mode alone that can hold a gun. Unfortunately, his joints are not strong enough to hold all of that awesomeness. They can hold normal weapons just fine. Blastoff's transformation is pretty darn easy. Start, turn the head 180 degrees. So just turn his head around. Put his arms straight out to the side, then turn the figure around and come down to the back of the feet. Fold out the shuttle's wings. Take the little flaps here, or tail fins that are here, and fold them so that they are in line with the rest of the ship. Take the feet and fold them up into place at the back of the vehicle mode. Then accordion the lower legs out and fold them up until you can peg them into the sides. Bring all these pieces together and peg them together. Then come to the back that we originally folded up, the shuttle nose, and unfold the shuttle nose. And get that up straight and into place. And like I said, I always run into a problem here because I always end up popping it off. That's just me being ham-handed and an idiot. So once you've got the shuttle nose all the way out, fold the arms down along the body until they peg into place just above the wingtips, like so. And this is actually a little bit harder than you might think. Just getting this lined up. And drop the shuttle mode head down and flip these in, and they will peg in just above the shoulders. And then we can rip the canopy off once again. Yeesh. This thing does not want to stay attached. And here we have the shuttle mode. It works pretty well. It's obviously, though, a Combiner Wars figure. That's my only real complaint. It works. I like it. I don't care for the back of the forearms being exposed, though. Not much you could really do about it. Unless Hasbro and Takara went in and filled in this whole section, nothing you could do about it. But I'm sure some customizers will happily do that. Now, weapons. You can mount a couple of weapons in this mode. There is a spot right underneath the shuttle's nose cone that, oddly enough, the main weapon does not want, or his gun does not like to be pegged into facing forward. You're supposed to... come on. You're supposed to peg it in facing backwards to give him a landing gear. Like that. And then the big, fist, or the Combiner War piece, is supposed to peg in up top. Like that. But you can use any weapons you choose. Again, you have multiple options. Because, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different spots to choose from in the shuttle mode. I don't care what anyone says. I think this is cool. You can attach so many different weapons to him that, I don't think any Autobot is really going to survive this bombardment. A nice touch that Takara has done here is, look at these two. They're very similar. They're obviously both flight-based vehicle modes. They're painted similarly, and they both look really, really good. In fact, I don't go so far as to say they are great. If I have to level one complaint on this figure, it has to be the fact that I think the wings are a little bit loose. Not that big a deal. And I don't like the fact that the canopy sags as much as it does. And that probably is due to me popping it off so many times. I've tried to transform this thing several times, and the canopy just keeps coming off. And things in this mode don't like to stay pegged in, especially up here in the front of the vehicle mode. And that's a shame, because It's just annoying that it doesn't. Now that we've taken a look at the vehicle mode, let's go ahead and take a look at some limb modes. The first of which is going to be a foot. To do that, we're first going to fold down the robot feet, like we are transforming the figure into robot mode. So we expose the connector, fold the wings back like that, and then open up the canopy and flip it down. Fold out the combiner port. Oh yeah, flip the head back. Like that. And then fold the canopy back up along the back of the figure. Make sure not to squish anything. And that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, then we can connect this piece. Haha! And this leg mode works on Bruticus. I like it. I think it definitely works. And if you remember Baldigus, or Ruination, from Transformers RID, the original RID from back in the 90s or early 2000s, you can see this works fine. He's got his land mode here. I think this is his land mode. Now getting Blastoff into the arm mode is similar, but a little bit different. So we will start off in foot mode. So all I've done is take the piece off and fold the combiner port down. First, grab the little arms, fold them all the way out like that. Then come down to the back or the bottom of the vehicle mode and unpeg it and fold the legs out like we're going to transform the figure. Combine the legs back up, which is a little bit harder to do than you might think. And then fold the sections in, and we're done the bottom of the figure. You can leave the wings like this, and you could either leave them like that, or you could fold the wings back up like this. Either way. Now for the arms, I'm going to take the arms, fold them up 90 degrees like that, and then just literally push them down back to the way they were before you transformed the mode. Just get them back in place. And that's pretty much all she wrote. And here we have the final Bruticus form. I like this. I like this a lot. I think this works incredibly well. One thing I didn't do quite right according to the directions are those lower forearms. So you see I have them folded up like directly up against the figure's chest. According to the directions, you're kind of supposed to just fold them out like this, up against the outside of the body. That's fine, whatever. Now, one thing that isn't a whatever. Remember earlier when I said he had, or I should say Blastoff, had no torso articulation? That was sort of true. What I ended up having to do is take these two screws at the back of the figure and loosen them by two, or I should say, one full turn and then a quarter turn. And that gave me enough, I guess, clearance to actually turn the swivel joint that is there inside the body there of the figure. So if you do get this figure, be aware that that torso joint, the one that moves side to side, is exceptionally tight, and you might need a screwdriver to loosen the figure a little bit. Blastoff is a great figure, but it's not a perfect figure. There are a few minor niggles that just annoy me. The fact that the face is all black I find stupid. And to be honest, that, the front cockpit of the shuttle just really, I don't think is going to stand up to the test of time. That thing's just going to snap at some point. Otherwise, I like the figure quite a bit, and I even really appreciate the chroming of the combiner port piece, or the combiner part. I like the chrome quite a bit. Now, also, I really think this should have been the figure we got first, not a repaint of a jet that's already seen two other repaints at the time. I like this figure a lot. I'm really happy that I now have at least what I think should be a fully complete, accurate Bruticus, and not have to spring for the Unite Warriors set, which on its own is fine. I just didn't want to have to pay that much money to get, one figure that was painted wrong to begin with. So everybody, thank you so much for watching this video review. I hope you have enjoyed it. Please let me know what you think of the figure down in the comments. Hit that like and subscribe buttons, and be sure to hit the bell so you know when a new video is up. As always, I'm Baltmatrix, and I will catch you next time. Oh, and if you're worried about our little not Blastoff here, don't be. I've already got a space picked out just for him.
No!